So you guys like new mix?
What's that?
New mix?
It's coming together.
So I think I showed that at the dark Mexican restaurant the other day. It was a really dark place. So this is a magazine called WeRock magazine in Japan. This is kind of like a revolver magazine in Japan. Mainly they cover the rock, metal, heavy metal, like a domestic and a foreign artist. And I'm doing an interview with foreign bands here. So like Aniki said, I did it. And this is his new band, 6 a.m. stuff, you know. So this is my kind of side job, like having an interview and making an article like this. This is called Miki Texture. The producer, guitar, DJ Ashuba. Now he's a guitarist of Guns N' Roses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beautiful Creatures and then 6
Exactly.
a.m.
Yeah,
now, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. He's always there. Like,
See that guy
it's easy to
everywhere.
find him at the Rainbow this area.
He's very seen.
Really friendly dude. Really talented designer too. Like
He's
CZ
got
artist.
some graphic design.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the thing, and I do have my own page monthly, like real buzz in LA. This is stuff. Actually, this is Mikey's band, In Vitro. I just had the interview with him.
That's how I met him.
Yeah, and this is like those, you know, Kerry King, and it's really like an instrumental magazine too.
Okay.
So more like a musician read this.
Yeah.
Like not the gossipy
Sure.
pop, you know, like a very serious music magazine. And this is the thing, Chad Smith from Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I did it. And
It's a good looking magazine. Like,
yeah, and it used to be called
Raw
Rockin' F.
quality.
They changed their name from Rockin' F to WeRock.
Okay.
So this is the Zack Wild issue that I did too. We plan to make like a Zack Wild special article. So we went to the studio, then had the photo shoot, and all about Zack, like a big thing, like 7 pages, like his guitar collection, and you know, because it's Zack.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Goodbye.
And this is like Metallica, and Recluse, and Down. The Philip Anselmo is my close friend too. And Snap, actually. I'm always supporting Mikey, kind of, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And
This is cool. So it's like interviews with artists and gear reviews.
yes,
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
It's
then
like
news
Guitar
page.
World mixed with Revolver.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, then I always write in the news too. So I pick up the news, like
Sure.
cool news, like have to be cool news, fresh and new, because usually the website is really fast. So have to catch up the more deeper side of the news. Okay, so I'm gonna write about you guys on my own page first, as an introduction of the what is the generation, you know. And after the album release or something going, I'd like to have more color pages from the side, if it is okay.
Yeah.
You can see here.
I like to hear.
Really? Okay, so I mean, Japanese leaders, I mean, maybe, I guess, maybe they still don't know about you guys. Some people might, you know, hear something from somewhere, but maybe they don't know anything about you guys. So I'd like to ask you the very basic question. So, okay, so maybe when you guys formed, how did you guys meet, or these kind of questions, till what is your goal, and when the album coming, and what's next for the band. Kind of, you know, like a very wide range,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, I'll ask a very beginning question, okay? And also, I mean, this magazine has a DVD every time. And this has a footage of the whole bands, sometimes music videos, sometimes footage of the recording thing, and sometimes it's like a commercial, sometimes live thing. And I used to put the thing with Tommy Lee, Message of Mayhem, and if you would like, If you have a video data.
Oh, I shoot video footage of everything.
Video and
And I have video.
start shooting video.
Okay.
I have video rehearsal. I have video at the studio recording guitars, bass, drums, vocals.
Sure.
I have video from here.
Okay, sure.
I have video from photo shoots.
So if you like, I can put it, or if you want to be mysterious and do the major debut or something like that, I will keep you mysterious. And for this interview, I'm planning to use the photo that I saw earlier from. That's only one photo I'm planning to use.
Yeah, cool.
Just try to make it like a
that's our
mysterious
plan too.
big neck thing.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
So, is it okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And if you're ready to show yourself to the public, I really don't know your plans. I will ask in the interview,
Yeah.
but maybe you can put it in the magazine. So I really don't know your plans.
Yeah.
So, well, depends on you. Okay. So I'm glad that everybody's here. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I heard that I only two.
Yeah. We were in town and they all just got back in the past 24 hours. Or 24 minutes.
Pretty much literally. Yeah.
Hey!
What? What's happening?
That's only maybe you can speak a little bit louder.
I will speak clearly.
I'm a vocalist. I will project my voice so you can hear it.
Michael, you're blocking my voice with that.
I was calling grade school, I was loud.
I'm totally joking.
Alright, okay, so thank you so much for your time today, and I'd like to ask you, so anybody can answer, And so could you tell me when you guys was formed, this band, Gemini Syndrome?
Officially early February of 2010, when all 5 of us were finally in the picture.
So it's really new.
Very
New, alright. So can you tell me about the story? How did you guys meet and form this band?
well. Him, Richard, and Brian, we've known each other for a minute,
A minute.
for a hot minute, and then they tracked drums back in what, July or June?
July last year. July 09.
And then he was touring, so it was kind of
With them.
with Mike Salerno, so that was put on hold for a minute. And then in December, I was visiting LA and I got an email saying that I was recommended as a vocalist, and I responded to it and hung out with those two for one day before I went back to Chicago. And we hung out for I think 4 hours, listened through the songs, and just kind of vibed each other out. And I thought it was cool. And we said, all right, go to Chicago for 6 weeks. Here's the record. Write it. Came back in early February. They hadn't heard a single note until the first day I got back. Like, we already had the studio booked for the next Monday, and I sang it down for them, and they liked it. And we started tracking on Monday, and then over the course of the first 3 days, Alessandro came in, Mike came in, saw what we were doing, and said, we're in, we want a piece. So we just kind of gelled within a 3-day period. Like, oh, we have a band. Poof! It's like magic.
So now everybody live in Korea.
We all
Yeah.
live together.
Actually, we live in the same place.
Yeah.
We all live in the same place.
We moved last week.
Rock and roll boot camp. They go.
Why did you guys choose LA?
We all
Nobody's
came
from LA.
Place to
I'm from
be.
Italy. And
Cincinnati, Ohio, Chicago, Chattanooga, Tennessee,
Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
We all just kind of ended up here,
yeah.
and then we met, and we had my apartment had an opening. We had 2 extra bedrooms, and so it seemed like a perfect opportunity for everybody to get together and get to work.
Right. So you guys each your life ended up in LA, and it looks like still LA looks attractive for you guys to
Oh, yeah,
work in the
definitely.
career.
Yeah.
Still now?
Yeah.
Definitely.
The best place to stay.
Especially doing what we do, being any kind of artist, I think, especially like musical or entertainment, this is the place to be under the nose of other people who are involved in it. I mean, I've tried to do this stuff in Chicago, and Chicago's a big city, there's a big scene there, but it's a lot more difficult to get any kind of attention,
Right.
with your projects. So that's really cool.
What about Italy? In Italy, there is no way to do that. And it's called Voodoo. That mistake.
So it sounds like you guys really matched and agree what you guys really want to do.
Yeah.
So could you tell me who named the name of the band?
Me.
Can you tell me what is the meaning or the Is there any concept behind
Yeah,
name?
the idea of it is kind of like an introspective kind of thing of saying, you know, Gemini is obviously a zodiac sign, and it represents like two, and like it's two people or two faces. So it's kind of talking about ourselves as people, our inside or out, left or right, good and bad, black and white. Yeah, just the idea of that awareness of yourself, and then saying with the syndrome part, it's like, you know, people born with certain things in them are born with a certain type of syndrome. So it's like saying that we're all born with these two sides to ourselves.
Right. So, okay.
The constant kind of struggle to reconcile those two and keep them balanced, you know, so one side doesn't get too out of control.
Duality.
Yeah. It's the thing that every single person, no matter where you're from, what language you speak, everyone has those basic root feelings, emotions, and things that happen in their lives.
So you personally kept having this concept since you were young or something like that? Or it just came up in your mind, like suddenly, like, oh, this idea or this concept?
It's kind of thing where I've kind of had that kind of idea for a long time, but I never translated it into that sentence. And just one time, I was just saying words in my head for some reason, and I don't know, I think a lot, and so for some reason I just said this phrase in my head. I was like, that sounds cool, and then I went and investigated, and no one has it, and I was like, cool, it's a really cool idea that lends itself to a lot of things for like
Different interpretations.
yeah, and inspirations for artwork and other things that can make a big picture for people to understand, and a lot of underlying meanings. So just inspiration for cool ideas.
I thought it was cool the fact that it touched on not only like psychology and like the process of the mind and how it operates in the spirit, personality-wise and whatnot, but it also taps into like the astrological end of it, which kind of takes it more towards the occultish end and the magical side of life. But you know, it's like the whole spectrum is covered.
Pretty cool. Cool. So everybody totally understand and share.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So about the sound, I mean, maybe it's gonna be a little bit difficult question, but can you express in one word what is a Gemini syndrome sound? Sounds like.
Rock.
Awesome.
Lush.
Harsh.
Right?
I like that.
Lush.
Say heart. Yeah.
Heart.
I can dig that. Cause yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'd just say true, like true to how,
Honest.
to how we all feel and how we like to express ourselves, and just like the same thing with the balance, the two sides. It's not too much of anything. It's something that is both sides, heavy, light.
Yeah,
Dark.
You've got pounding stuff with screaming on it, but you've got very pretty, you know, kind of ethereal sounds too, and just the blend of those and having the songs be able to kind of expand from one end to the other, you know, and be like nice and chill for a second, and then somewhere in the middle of the song you get hit in the face and like what happened, and then you just kind of have that whole journey.
So it sounds like it based on your own life too.
Definitely.
Each you know people's life, including your band's sound too.
Yeah.
My interpretation of the music is a lot of it is about overcoming, you know, different obstacles. You know, it kind of gets me going. The lyrics themselves, you know, they kind of tell the story of having these obstacles in life and figuring out the best way to take care of them.
But I guess the 5 individual, you know, the personality, I guess everybody has a different background of their music, right? You guys have a same taste?
I'd say it's like a color wheel. We have a very large overlap in the center, so everything on the outside is a little bit different, and that's why we're able to not just be one-dimensional and everything be the same, because we're not recreating the same stuff and throwing in little different ideas.
So what you can say, like, what is the most biggest influence for this band, musically? Like which era, like, you know, everybody has influence.
Like an era?
Era or this band, I really got affected by this band, and, you know, or somebody like some influence.
I didn't consider that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard question. I mean, I was telling Aaron this morning that he just had a big 6-hour drive, and like, the drums that I did on it were
pretty much a complete spectrum of all of my styles that somehow just completely meshed with all the music that was there, and so I really feel like I've expressed like every dimension I have to offer, like musically, like right now, you know what I mean? Like from heavy to soft to melodic to just nothing to everything in between. And I mean, it looks like it's that way for everyone, you know? Like Rich and Aaron. I mean, everyone like with their instrument.
Yeah, but at the end we are music lovers, so we don't have a band. That is our favorite in the story. I mean, that's my opinion, but I think we can share the same opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could name 15 bands that influenced me to do this.
I love Metallica, but I love Madonna too.
Exactly. Anything from Jeff Buckley, Mission Heat, and then I was just at Fear Factory 2 nights ago in Phoenix watching them scream their asses off.
Having
So
tattoo
anywhere-
doesn't
So
mean...
pretty much a big wide range. Sometimes some band like I always listen to the death metal only.
And then so they write the same songs.
I think that I guess we all have that in common, is that we all have a huge, like the way Rich explained, we all have a huge broad spectrum of everything we listen to, and I guess that's kind of unique in itself, you know, the fact that we all have such a broad spectrum of
I mean, essentially, we are a rock band, and essentially our main idea of what we like is rock, but we understand other things, and even within the idea of rock, that's just such a broad terminology.
In and of itself.
Yeah, Paramore versus Fear Factory, they're both rock bands, but you know, you don't compare them, you know, so it's, you know, it's like, to me, each song represents maybe a certain vibe of specific influences, and that's why when you go through all the songs, it shows all the influences from, like what he said, from song to song, his drum ideas.
Okay, so how you make songs? Like each person, you know, each member brings some demo or track or raw tracks with, or there's somebody who really mainly compose that?
That's a tricky question.
Yeah, you know.
As of right now, is I wrote the foundation of the music, and I gave him the songs, and he wrote the drum parts, and then we were shopping that around to people trying to find a vocalist, and we got him, and he wrote over the tracks. Currently, though, we're already writing for a second record, and I've got ideas, Michael's got ideas, AP's got ideas, Aaron's got ideas. We've all got ideas, and we're all now going to start getting focused on going through all of them and collaborating all those together, and then getting what makes the most sense as a follow-up to what these tracks are. We're always thinking ahead and trying to be ahead.
I think the second record's going to be even more eclectic in a way, just because of that fact that we'll have 5 people coming together who like the style and like the foundation of what we've set up. You know, absolutely. But again, having that color wheel kind of thing, where we're all going to come from a slightly different angle. You know, I might come with, excuse me, a heavier, riffier song, or maybe I'll come with more of an acoustic feel, and you might come with something else, and you might come with something else, and just see how that kind of blends in the end. So it'll be hopefully an evolution.
You mentioned second records means like second album, right?
Yeah.
So you are already starting writing the songs for the second record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not slowly. We're still focused on this one because
Yeah.
we haven't finished. There's a lot to still be done, but.
So could I ask about the first record?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's over.
We're all-
already
we're
started.
about the third.
We're always pushing forward.
No, it's because it's formed like just February 2010.
Yeah.
And you're already thinking about the second record. So it's
Didn't have no time to waste.
great.
Yeah.
So, but the first record for the public, you know, could I know? So, who wrote the song? Like, you mainly wrote the song, and you put the vocal,
Yeah.
and you make a drum line.
Yeah. I wrote the music for 13 and 14 songs we tracked, and he wrote music for one song.
Right.
And then he put his bass lines on, he put on other guitar parts, Michael put on other guitar parts over it, and we tied it together at the end the best we could.
Right. And this album produced by Mikey Dory.
Yes.
And how did you find him? I mean,
Friend of a friend. You know, a friend of ours, I told a friend that I wanted to record guitars soon, and I was going to start looking at studios, and she recommended him, and I was like, cool, I'll go meet him. You know, I know who he is, I know what he's done, I know he's a cool dude, you know. I didn't know he was producing, I just knew him as the guitar player, and went and met him, and he's like, cool, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, got a good vibe, and just it went from there and just progressed. And just stayed with him because it was a good vibe.
And oddly enough, I met him in '07 when I was playing for Oaktown as the guitar player. He toured for 3 months or whatever it was. And so when I talked to him, he said Mike was producing. I was like, are you kidding me? That's like weird. So I'm standing in my front, like by the front door of my house in Chicago, and he's standing in the studio where we're recording, and we're talking. Like, I haven't talked to you in like a year, dude. So I guess I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And when he came out, it's like there's already a foundation we already like knew. You know, he was very cool with me on the road, and we kind of rode down and hung out.
You know, it's a big difference to have a producer or not having a producer.
Definitely.
And how was an experience to work with a producer?
For me, it was very smooth. I mean, we were like rapid fire in the studio. I was like, okay, can you do this? Sure. Roll the tape. Roll it. Okay, can you double that? Yeah, sure. Can you harmonize that? Sure. Can you double that? Sure. We weren't like wasting time. It was like 9 hours straight every day, 10 hours. Very smooth, and everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody was in a good mood. All the spirits were high, and everybody was just like kind of kicking back and enjoying it, rocking out to it. Seeing the flower kind of blossom as it went.
Mikey says it was magic.
Yeah.
I mean, what it comes down to is that Mikey has a lot of ideas, and he's very quick with the ideas. Like, he hears it, he knows what he wants to hear and try. And the fact that all of us, for each of our instruments, can do what's asked quickly, you know, because we're on the same page with what we need to do. So when he asked him, can you try that? Can you double it? You can do it. When we're doing some guitar stuff, same thing. Let's try this, you know, and just since we're all confident in what we can do, we're quick at what we do, and he's quick at what he does.
Something else he said in the studio we were kind of talking about when we were tracking vocals was the fact that the ideas were coming so quickly. We knew immediately if it was a winner or if it wasn't. And if it wasn't, we scrapped it and we moved on. It wasn't like we didn't sit there and waste a half an hour like, well, is it cool or isn't it cool? I don't know. It was either, yeah, this is dope or this is not dope. And then we would just push forward immediately, not overanalyzing ourselves, just kind of trusting our instinct as artists and musicians and whatnot.
Cool. So do you guys already have a title for this album?
It's 12 steps.
12 steps. Okay, and do you have any plan to when this album gonna be released, or iTunes, or like only first single coming when, or still planning?
We have different variations on the plan, and it all kind of just depends on what else happens. So we have different scenarios. There's best case scenario, worst case scenario, as soon as possible, holding off, you know, so it's like, we're finishing mixing right now, we're mastering next week. You know, ideally, we'd want to put it out as soon as possible and let everyone know. But
The website would be up
Yeah.
April 1st.
yeah, but April 1st, we'll release the first track.
The MySpace will be up April 1st.
Yeah.
All the internet stuff will be up April 1st.
So you mean after April 1st, maybe people can listen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
the first.
There will
first-
definitely be songs available, most likely clips, to listen on April 1st.
Okay, great.
Kind of creating the awareness that we exist as a band beforehand,
Right.
and get people talking, get people interested, curious, and then once you have that kind of attention, it's like, okay, you've waited,
Right.
thanks for your patience, and here you go. And it's kind of
Or
rewarding.
like a starting.
Yeah.
And like little pieces at a time. It's not just like, we're not just gonna dump the whole record and say, here you go, and sensory overload. It's like, here's one song, soak that in for a minute. Here's the second song, soak that in for a minute. And keep you wanting more. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure. So as a Gemini syndrome, have you ever played the show before?
As this band?
Yeah.
No.
No. So no live shows
Not
ever. And you have any plan to have shows?
Definitely.
Yeah. We've been rehearsing 6 to 7 days a week, getting everything ready.
Right.
And now that we're finishing mixing, we're going to have all of our extra, like, backing tracks.
Synth tracks.
Yeah, stuff that we can't recreate on our own. And then once we get that and all of our, we're just taking care of everything ourselves. Stage design, lighting design, everything. So, I mean, we could play a show. If you wanted us to play a show, we could play a show right now and do well. You know, we can play the
So it
song.
can sound good, but as far as visual presentation, having everything totally undid and having stage props and banners and whatnot
Yeah.
come out full throttle, you know, kind of with everything all at once instead of playing a show just because we can, but not having the visual end of it all the way down.
Just no excuses of like, well, you guys are really good, yeah, but it's gonna be better next time because next time we're gonna have no.
We're at this and this and this.
No, it's gonna be
have all of it in place.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you
Within
guys
the-
want to have a tour too.
Yeah.
Very
Definitely.
soon.
Yeah.
I'd say the first show, I mean, within 1 to 2 months maybe. Does that seem fair?
Averagely like 6 weeks probably.
Yeah.
You guys already booked the agency yet?
Not
No.
right now.
But we're looking.
Looking.
We're
How is the
auditioning.
manager? You guys have a manager?
Nope.
For all purposes, it might be.
No, because I was asking, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
for-
new band, so
yeah,
it's pretty normal.
Yeah, I mean, let's say it this way. I have leads on all those things, and I know people that are very competent to do all those things, but we realize that we need to prove ourselves and prove that we are doing the work on our own, what we need to do, and get it together, so it doesn't, so we don't just go, hey, come do this for us.
Yeah.
So basically, we prove ourselves, and then someone will see what we're doing and go, that's what it is.
And Mikey's
I
been a
can
big
help
help
with
too.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mikey's gone out of his way to help us out and get us buzz in for industry people and
Yeah.
different labels and different lawyers and whatnot. So he's, for all intensive purposes, he's like our pseudo manager.
He's our designated hitter.
Yeah.
No, people help a lot. Personally, I feel like this pattern is not that common usually because sometimes bands start playing the shows. And playing the shows and having a little bit tour and they are making songs and just jamming and making the
And they
record.
don't have,
So
yeah.
some people already saw them and oh, you guys record. But this band looks like more like a produced band,
Yeah.
like an album first. Then
Yeah.
so it looks like maybe you guys need to have a showcase or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
part
is
that's on the
exactly
agenda.
what's
So
gonna
it's more like a produced band way
Yeah.
to show the record.
Well, really, the whole process has been going lightning quick. You know,
Yeah.
since the
absolutely.
5 of us have come together, it's just been boom, 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 boom. You know, it's only been a month and a half, 2 months. You know, and as everything is moving forward, and as we are finishing the record, you know, we want to finish those things, get ready for the shows, and you know, everybody that knows us from our bands and knows these guys from their bands. We're all professional musicians. You know, we're just ready for that, waiting for that one moment.
Yeah.
You know, for that first show when we are ready. And
I mean,
We
it's
already
just-
played hundreds of gigs.
Yeah, for sure.
This has been like what I've been waiting for a lot of years, which is like kind of almost putting together a dream team of badass everything. You know what I mean? Like when I saw this guy play bass for the first time,
With the cracky band.
I freaked out, and I was like, and I wanted to steal him, and I did. And then this guy shreds. This guy's a badass songwriter. This guy, first time I heard him sing, I was just like, I was like, quit. I give up on, cause I've been looking, it's so easy to get hung up on the past, and then to have something new just be like, fall into place. It's like magic.
And that's fun for me too, because I mean, I'm known professionally as a guitar player, not a singer. So it's kind of neat. I mean, I've been singing way longer than I've been playing guitar since I was a little kid, but I love doing it. But I came out here and got picked up as a guitar player, and now I'm not doing that at all, which is totally weird. But
No, it's
totally cool.
just really great because usually the band want to make an album as soon as they can, but they cannot. The financial way, or not that enough songs, or they don't know the good studio, or then making a shitty demo on MySpace. That's it. Just trying. So this case is really kind of rare.
For sure.
We
More
have
like a kind of
experience.
professional way.
That's exactly what I was
We
going to
have
say. We've all,
experience. We know that it's not gonna work if we try to push.
Waste time.
Yeah, I mean to do it faster than.
But at the same time, I'm a little bit wondering that usually the band, mainly rock band, building their fan base by
Yeah.
trying in the shows. So what's your plan? Like how to make your own fan base, like locally first?
It shows, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
the band almost already has a fan base. That's the thing. From the people that we already know, from the fans from our previous bands or
Okay.
friends, whoever.
From going out and having people tell me you're Gemini Syndrome. I'm like, I haven't played one show, you don't know one song, but you know I'm in a band called Gemini Syndrome.
And everybody's excited to hear it.
And we're all good at networking, and we're gonna get it out. Like the internet is the hugest tool right now, and we all know how to use it. And between that and the people, the friends and and family. Yeah.
Friends and other bands
music,
too,
yeah.
and whatnot.
Well, the community vibe of people helping people and looking at bands that are doing things similar to us that overlap. They're not us, but you know, we usually play shows and just creating that community vibe, something that used to be in LA 10, 15 years ago when you had all these bands that came out that were
At
all
the same time.
yeah, they were all friends. They all played the same house parties, the same clubs, and all of a sudden, 5 years later, they were all the bands at the top of the charts and touring together across the world. You know, it's that's you know we're kind of aware of that, and so we know the bands that are doing stuff in LA, and we're just gonna jump in there and be part of the team and get in there and do it.
It's really cool to know because you know that LA is really difficult city.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, it's a great city to find a chance, but also it's really cold city that show like a Roxy or Whiskey a Go type of club.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get people.
yeah,
Like guest list only.
Yeah.
People don't buy tickets.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
yeah.
So, but as long as you have that connection and you know, bring people to buy tickets, it's really cool to start.
The thought of not being able to sell tickets has never been in my head for this band. I don't think anybody else's.
Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously, to be realistic, you have to think about that, but
Right.
we're not dwelling on that idea. It's the whole idea of just move ahead and figure it out and just do what you need to do.
Having confidence in
And be happy on stage.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And having confidence in the music itself, and knowing that that it's quality enough that people are going to want to see it, instead of having to try to like convince people to go to the show, you know, and beg people to go to the show. Like they'll want to be there.
I translate it the same way for this recording process, and the fact that when he and I went to the studio to record drums, people thought we were crazy. They were like, "You don't have a singer. Like, the music's cool, but it could change, and how do you know?" It's like, you know what? I just know. It's good. And same thing when we did guitars, just don't have a singer. I was like, well, I have somebody writing to it, but I don't know what he's doing. And then he showed up, and you know, it's that whole idea of like, you know, having the confidence and realizing what you have,
And the
and
faith.
yeah, and understanding, you know, what's going on and appreciating the input from other people that really know what they're talking about. And you know, before we even had vocals from Aaron, Mikey, just when he helped track guitars, was saying that he wanted to see it to the end because he already saw the potential of it. And that's why, you know, he saw it, I saw it, and that's why he kept moving forward with it. It says that translates to the same, you know, we're not playing yet, but we know that when we do, it's going to be the same thing, you know. It's going to be good, and it's going to be what it needs to be.
Right. So, for example, if you want to tour, like this summer, which band you want to tour with? Or which festival you want to play?
Rockstar Mayhem.
Okay. You know, which band you want to tour with? Like somebody's headlining, you know, which band you really want to...
There's so many different variations to that because there's like House of Blues size, and then there's San Bernardino, Glen Helen Pavilion size, you know?
Both way, like your vision? Like
Five Finger Death Punch.
Really?
Oh, he said it.
I'll say it.
Explain why.
Really?
Friends.
Okay.
Alice in Chains.
Got
I
it.
wanna.
Say it, come
For
on.
you?
He was saying, "Oh my God."
I'm not saying Creed, man. As much as I love those guys, I'm not doing it. Although there's a lot of bands that I think we'd sound good with between 10 Years,
That's what I
Saliva.
was going to say. 10 Years,
Yeah.
they're friends of mine, friends of ours. They're very cool.
Yeah, Godsmack would be a blast.
I would love to tour with Tool. I'll go ahead and say that. I gotta hide it. You know, that would be really fun for me. But,
I like Lacuna Coil.
yeah, that'd be great too.
Since we have an Italian member, that just make it fun.
Whatever.
And he's from the
Let's
island
have some
too.
pizza.
So really kinda each, type you guys have.
We really are our own.
It's very different kind of.
Yeah.
Same rock, but still, you know,
Yeah.
kind of more pop and the real. So you guys are pretty much open
Yeah.
to the opportunities. Like you guys know that I don't want to tell this poser band, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Because our music translates well across a lot of spectrum of rock people. You know what I mean?
I think
It's not so heavy and it's not so soft. It's
good music.
We are music lover.
You guys just a major type, not that indie.
No.
no.
So you guys really looking at the major
Yeah.
success.
Definitely.
I got it.
I mean, as far as the summer standpoint, I could be on any of those summer tours. Put us on Warped Tour, put us on Rockstar Mayhem, put us on anything that's a rock.
Because we're ready to.
We can do it.
Yeah, we're all ready to do it. We don't have anything. That's the goal. Is just to get it done.
I got it.
All of us are ready to go.
As you mentioned, that your sound is rock and hard, true, and from this, opinions that I can see that you guys really, your goal is to get the major success.
Definitely.
To
I got it.
make it a complete lifestyle, to not be struggling and trying to get it going, to just know that it's working and just keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah, music's like my top love. I think I can probably speak for all of us on that one. Like I would rather do this than anything else in the world.
Okay, so you said that are you writing the song for second album? So what's next for the band? Like release the first album and maybe the tour.
Yeah.
How long you guys want to tour? Sometimes
Tour
some bands
until the wheels fall off the bus.
We'll tour as long as we can as the lifespan of the album. If there's people that want to still see us once we start playing, want to keep seeing us play those songs, we will. But but my idea of staying busy, even if we take like a 2-week break, we'll go to the studio and start and get ready. So as soon as we realize
Just a habit.
yeah, 'cause that's the whole thing. It's always better to have more than less, and just be prepared.
Right, yeah, sure.
So you never know what's going to happen. Like you said, I mean, people might want to watch this record for a year or two.
This could turn into the Black Album.
And tour on it for 5 years before we come out with anything else. But if people are hungry for more, then we'll have it available. We'll have the means by which to give them more.
Yeah.
So you will see the response, and it depends on the first album.
Yeah.
Then maybe possibly this year, the second album coming in, or next year.
I mean, I would say realistically, a year from now, we would probably be doing another record, just from a middle of the road kind of idea, because we could still be playing shows, and we're all good songwriters, and we're all quick at what we need to do. You don't have to drag takes out of us, so we can track an entire album very quickly and efficiently and good. It'll be good. So we could, we wouldn't really have to step out of like a touring schedule for too long.
Okay, I see. Okay, so since this is a magazine in Japan, so you guys want to play in Japan?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I wanna go to Japan so I can see where my family's from.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I've never been to Japan. I've never been across the ocean at all. But I mean, I'm a lot of different nationalities, but Japanese is one of the major ones, and I'd totally like to go see what my blood comes from.
One thing that's so awesome about the music culture in Japan too is that fans are insane. Like they love music, And when I was going to school, there's a sister school in Tokyo, and we would do this East meets West thing where 100 kids from Japan would come over and stay for a week and study with us, and a couple kids would go over there and study with them, and we'd have this big concert at the end of it, and these fucking kids were crazy, man. I mean, just like mosh pitting and basically killing each other, because they're just like, yes, this is so cool, and to have that kind of energy when you're on stage and looking down and people are enjoying what you do that much makes you enjoy it more, and you kind of feed off of each other, and you give back to them, they give back to you, and it just cycles on.
Cool. So could you give the message for Japanese leaders? Some hi Japan.
Banzai!
See you at Loud Park.
Okay.
We hope.
See you soon.
Okay. Thank you. So as an interview, just finished it to 30 minutes, so I finished. Okay. So
Is that
thank you so
applause?
much. Thank you. And I really realized that you guys' vision, I really didn't get it. I mean, I was at the lunch and I heard some story from Mikey, and I really feel like you guys need to shop the label, and at the same time, you really need to start, looking for the manager in the booking agency. And I'm talking about not the personal manager, not the individual manager, like a firm, like a 500 Sponge. I'm a long-time friend of Zoltan, and I really know the whole background story, how they got signed with the firm. that band case was Zotan was a leader. He was a whole visual coordinator too. So he made a whole website and like conceptually like a logo mark, eye catch mark, you know, like Fimper this bunch. And at that time, almost like 5 years ago, I think, MySpace was still new at that era.
Yeah.
So he really realized like, okay, I need to build a fan base, try to make us look big for the record label. So he requested so many friends requests by himself, and he gained like over how much? Like so many fans, like 30,000 by himself, like 1 week. You know, he did it. You know? And at that time, he was so kind of, you know, new. And like, wow, what is this band? I can do this bunch. And after 1 month, like he built more fan base, like 30, more like 300,000. It looks like, you know, he put the whole banner, like a 5-finger this by street team. Actually, he made it. You know, street team in Ohio, he made it. He made all the fan pages. So when the manager or A&R of the record people, record company, see their MySpace, looks like, wow, they really built their fan base. And nowadays, I realize that the Road on the Records A&R too, so I know how they looking for the band. I mean, we mainly go club, get the buzz, and check their website. You know, the very basic, but a Monte Carlo, Road on they do this. Or from the producer or engineer, they really trust the source. You know, even the Dino of Fear Factory was an A&R, because Dino has so many connections. So it's pretty hard to find the good bands nowadays, you know. So they always checking the buzz and the thing. And Zotan created the whole buzz, look like it's really happening. It's manipulated, you know, but it really worked. And he put the showcase by himself, and he invited some people. And people came because they checked the website. Wow, this band looks like something new. You know, they already built this fan base. Because nowadays, record company even doesn't have so much power without money. Record company is like a bank, you know. You can finance the money, recoupable money, making the records, but no promotional budget fee means nothing. It's just a bank. But if the record company decides, okay, this bank could be the next priority for our, you know, the term, now they decided to, okay, 1 million promotional budget, including the tour support. So you guys can get the tour bus, and the whole, the paint of the tour bus, and the backdrop, you know. But if the band not gonna be chosen for the priority, it's the same thing. Like, okay, this album, recoupable, so maybe for 10 years, no royalty, or no recoupable anyway, forever. So no income, so pretty hard to make living. You know? So, but you guys made an album, so maybe if you guys create the buzz, maybe the record company is not the key right now. You know? Because in UK, already the digital sales is upper than the physical CD sales. So I recommend you to contact the big management. Like,
and have a good MySpace page
the firm,
as soon as possible.
You know,
Tomorrow.
The firm is good. I mean, the Dog Luggage management is still good too. They have done.
What do you think about Zen? Zen Media Group?
Yeah.
They're okay?
It's good. Yeah. Then I know people in 10th Street Management, who manages Motley Crue, and they just signed Aerosmith. It's a big management, but they are very good at the digital industry. So then sometimes they already have a partnership with a booking agency. That's why Motley Crue had the Crue Fest. You know, and Godsmack was a part of it. You know. So if you, like a 5-finger this much, why they could have a tour with Korn? Because same management.
Sure.
Like even the family.
Yeah. So the management company is a key, but there are some nice individual manager here too, like a Scott Cohen or something. Don't take it personally. I love Scott. you know, I'm a long-time friend, but he doesn't have the power because his company is. It's not the company. It's individual worker. So this band, this case, I really feel like you guys really need to be in the big management company because of the sounds too. I listen to the sound and it's really major rock. It's like a radio station could play. It's major. It has a melody, it has a hook, and the lyrics is really good, true and hard, which is really good for this economy too. People want to get encouraged, or people really want to feel like yes.
Overcoming.
It
Yeah.
means something. It's not just like singing about nothing.
Yeah. For me as an agency, it sounds like it's kinda easy to put this song in a film
Mhm.
because it sounds really major.
Mhm.
So
That's how I thought about
Yeah.
songs originally. Just like I equate each song with maybe a vibe or style of a band that I like, and I think of a movie. You know, I think,
Yeah.
oh, that could be totally, you know, because I know that's every thing that works that way.
yeah, the movie sounds really good, but have to be a scene song.
Mhm.
Just a soundtrack or movie score not gonna make you as big.
Right, right.
Just a better nice cash and nice royalty. But I really feel like the management company.
Yeah.
You know, Mikey could introduce some
Mhm.
management company too. You know, if you'd like, I can introduce you to Nikki Six too.
Mhm.
I mean, he owns his own rebel in 10th Street,
Mhm.
and he always looking for the. He has Drowning Pool, Black Cherry, some bands.
Mhm.
You know, because the mastering gonna be finished really soon.
Next week.
Yeah. Then now people are booking a tour in Florida.
Mhm.
Then, as you said, that if you want to play Loud Park,
Mhm.
now they are booking right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It means like you guys really need to have a news that an album going to be released.
Mhm.
At least, you know.
Right, right.
Indie label will be fine, just news.
Mhm.
Because they need to have some material
Yeah,
to
yeah.
book the band, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, even just put up on iTunes,
Yeah.
make an official release on the website, say this
Right,
date will
right.
be released. Maybe press up some physical copies for ourselves to
Right.
have for when we start playing shows.
Right.
But just get up on iTunes and have it released on a specific date and have it.
Right. And then for you too. If you tour, if you have shows, I want to buy the song, but how?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
At the start,
yeah.
but I don't know. It all
No.
depends on the plan.
Yeah, well, it's right in the line of being semi-mysterious and getting people to want more, but at the same time, though, having to take advantage of timing and
Yeah.
give what we have to give.
Yeah, I mean, this summer we want to be on tour this summer.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It should be, right?
We don't wanna be-
Usually,
we don't-
it should be.
Yeah, we don't want to be here for the summer.
No.
Yeah.
Because album gonna be completed like in a
Next-
week or something.
next
like
week,
that.
yeah.
And how's the artwork done already?
All the foundation of the ideas are there, it just needs to be finalized.
Okay, so it means like physically.
Yeah.
Well, iTunes it doesn't matter.
Well,
but
if you
as
just
a
have the
physical
cover,
release,
the front cover,
you
just
know,
if
you,
iTunes.
you are prepared
Yeah.
to be, like a pianist. So it's a good timing to have a meeting with a management company at this moment because it's not released yet. So management company can have a plan together. Okay, so let's release that after summer or something like that. And until then, they're going to do some, grassroots marketing or something like that too, to make a nice chart number for song. So it all depends on who you work with and plan.
That's an interesting point that you make too, is that don't release until after summer, but maybe get us on the road creating buzz.
Exactly. Then when your iTunes single new release gonna be, if the hits on the major rock chart number 5,
Right.
then it's a Zoltan's way. Wow. Then record company gonna come to you like, hello, do you have a deal? So both way. I mean,
Like
nothing
maybe
is
put
good
out,
or bad.
well, next,
You can choose. It's
Yeah.
a choice. Or just release it first and set it. Make money. And iTunes download it.
yeah,
Better than nothing.
yeah,
So you don't need to care about the chart when you release or when you just, release on iTunes. And the fans at the shows can download next day.
yeah.
Or kind of shortcut way, but kind of difficult way to be measured. But get the team up first, the management company. Get the advice from the professional, powerful dude. Okay. Even maybe they mention about next year. Okay, let's release the next year.
Yeah.
January 1st, 2011, okay? So, it's possible too. So it's all depends
Yeah.
on,
That's what I'm
But
saying.
everything is subject to change at this point, everything could change.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we had like 10 ideas of a plan, just depending on what happens tomorrow that might spark it to go in this direction. But it's being aware of all those different avenues and preparing for all of them.
It's kind of been that way the whole time anyway, though. Just with the whole way we all came together and the way the record was recorded and now the way it's mixed, it was like, okay, well everything's recorded, now what are we gonna mix? Well, we have this option, this option, this option, this option. When we came over, we heard, sound was cool, so we moved that direction. It's just all in the moment. Yeah.
Just trusting in this magical energy that's pushing us forward right now, you know?
Some news too. I mean, I heard from Mikey that the guy from the band called
Apocalyptic.
Yeah.
gonna join the album, right?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
We were at the Rainbow one that
If
he said he
it
would
really
show up.
happens, it's really cool because some bloggers or some internet website
Yeah.
write it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're already on Largo right now.
Yeah, it's really good. So to get some news or get some guest appearance at the live shows or use your collection from your past band or something
Well,
like that.
there's the possibility too. I was talking to the guys from 10 Years a couple weeks back,
Yeah.
and I was talking to Jesse, the singer, and we were kind of exchanging lyric ideas that we had because they're doing a new record right now. They're doing this record, and he had talked about me coming in and doing almost like a Henry Rollins spoken word thing on their new record. So even something like that would be really cool. Then you've got Aaron from Gemini Syndrome on 10 Years' third record. So I'm like, well, who the fuck is Gemini Syndrome?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna actually.
Anybody can do that. You can
Strawberry fields.
as a member of the Gemini syndrome.
Yeah.
And to get more of our name out there.
Yeah,
Representing so hard.
that's really good. Because since you guys really don't play any shows, need to.
But the thing is, but once we do, we're gonna be full throttle with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, is like we're getting it right. It's thinking of the big picture. It's like I said, we could play it today, we could play it half an hour from now,
Right.
but then we have to keep like taking breaks and getting things going, whereas like, you know what, look at the big picture, hold off 6 weeks so that there's no excuses, it's just boom, boom, as soon as we start
And then
doing it.
start booking, you know, here from San Diego to Santa Barbara, out to maybe Vegas or whatever, and have that kind of area to start booking and just playing wherever we can.
Did you talk with Michael about showcase? Did you already confirm the date or still?
We're working on
We
it.
haven't confirmed a date. We're
We're gonna definitely showcase at the Roxy. We're waiting for this album to get done so that we can show it to Eric German, and Eric German's gonna take it to the firm, take it to whatever. We're talking to Mikey's, talking to Universal through Godsmack guys.
Yeah.
And the 10 Years guys too.
10 Years guys. Yeah, we got a lot of. We gotta like once the album is, we got some songs to show some people. We got Eric German was basically like gonna shop us to some people he knows. And then whatever, that's gonna be the point where we go, okay, we're gonna just make
Yeah,
it.
he
Like,
really did work at the South by Southwest, you know, as you know. And the Roadrunner and Sentimedia are not that. Maybe we need to forget about it.
And I love a lot of Roadrunner bands. I'm a big Type O Negative fan. I'm a big Slipknot fan. I'm a big Fear Factory
Nickelback fan, there you go. Same.
yeah, me too.
Go back.
But you know what? At the end of the day, we're not like any of those bands. You know, we wouldn't. I don't think we would fit on a Fear Factory tour. Especially, you know what I'm saying? I bless their souls, man. I love that band. But when I went and saw them just a couple nights ago, I mean, the bands that opened were fucking heavy, like super heavy. We're not that heavy, you know. And it would be kind of like the crowd wouldn't vibe with us. It's not that kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
We're not that
by now it was like, I agree with you
Yeah.
about the crowd, because they are not gonna appreciate
They're not gonna like it.
because they are just
Morbid Angel and fucking.
They want to hear
about
about
it.
it faster.
You feel bad that you feel bad
Actually,
for
they are
bands
looking
that
for
get
next
stuff like
Nickelback.
that.
I mean,
Dude,
as
I
a
do.
company,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's like Linkin Park and Metallica show. You're like, ah.
Do you guys ever hear of a band called Creature Feature?
no.
They're like the like kind of old school scary movie, kind of like weird rock, and they were main support for OTEP on tour on my first headline tour with them, and they got fucking straight booed off stage the first show so bad that they left and didn't come back. They just didn't. They
I
just
saw in Italy, Fight No More. They got fucking battle off stage because they were playing with Guns N' Roses 15 years ago.
Oh, the Guns N' Roses Metallica.
Fight No More.
Yeah,
Fight No More.
getting booed.
So,
yeah, it's unbelievable, man.
it's unbelievable.
I felt bad for those guys, for the Creature Feature dudes. I didn't really like their music at all, and I don't know whose decision it was to put them on the tour because it was really stupid.
Because, I mean,
Nothing like.
we like everything, but I know that
Yeah, we're smart enough to know that not everyone likes it.
not everyone is gonna appreciate too many different kinds of music the same night. When I was 12, I was kind of the same.
Yeah, we're all the same way.
When I was 13, I really changed my mind.
So when you guys make a big decision, like you guys always discuss
Oh, yeah.
like this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So sometimes some band, one guy decides.